closer to campus through student-generated content.
Ryan, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Just answer the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Favorite all-time quarterback?
Brett Favre.
Who is your #1 fan?
My mom.
If you push play on your iPod, what would be playing right now?
Probably Johnny Cash.
The best conference in college football.
The SEC.
Well, thank you, Ryan. For ESPNU Campus Connection, I'm Brittany Kogut.
Kind of like the guy who likes the man in black.
Coach Brittany said in the press conference on Monday that it is so valuable they have Joe Adams back on the sidelines. They say he brings a smile, an energy, and a true love for the game of football. For UATV, I'm Brittany Kogut. The Miami Hurricanes, who talked about having their swagger back, got beat by Virginia Tech. I am here at Reynolds Razorback Stadium where Coach Bobby Petrino's Razorbacks are about to face off against Steve Spurrier's South Carolina Gamecocks. Now, both teams desperately need a win this weekend. South Carolina came off of a devastating loss against Tennessee last weekend and dropped them out of the top 25 polls. And the Razorbacks are still searching for 2 wins to become bowl eligible and keep their postseason hopes alive. For UATV, I'm Brittany Kogut. And as you can see behind me, crews are working very hard to prepare for this local festival. Whether you're an employee, a volunteer, a parent, or a child, you feel hope when you step into a facility like this. USC Trojans tailback Stephon Johnson endured a weightlifting accident yesterday. Here on the campus of the University of Arkansas, a lot of importance is placed on what happens between these 100 yards on Saturday. But in light of the holidays, we take a step off the field to meet a special member of the Razorback football team, Ethan Hamilton.
I met him down in the Miller Room after, the football game was where all the family meets. I just, heard all this commotion, just a little kid running around saying, hey, sign my ball, sign my ball, sign my ball. I was like, who is that? I missed him, and it was Ethan. He was in his wheelchair just going 100 miles an hour. You'd have to meet him to understand. Usually, if somebody's, bound to a wheelchair their whole life, they'd kind of not have the spirit that Ethan has. Just his, enjoyment of life. He's just a great kid, and it's hard to, put it into words. It's just something you have to experience.
What's your number? Okay, there you go. He wasn't shy from the first time I met him. He was full of life. He was asking a whole bunch of questions. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Ethan. I don't think that his condition is going to get any better. And that's just something that he has to deal with every day. He has to live with. But I know that when he comes out in public, you never see him feeling sorry for himself at all. The impact that he's made on me is probably bigger than the impact that I've made on him. And I thank him for that.
Ethan is unbelievable, and how people are just drawn to him. You would think he wouldn't be as happy as he is, but just he's always excited, and he's just, when we saw him, instantly we were drawn to him. I find myself yelling at him before he even sees me, though, so, he's something special. He's opened everybody's eyes around here, and, and he's become part of the team. We see him all the time. We're always talking to him, throughout the week. He's always like, good luck, and if you're having a bad day and you're down, it just seems like he knows, because I'll get a random text message or phone call, and it's just like, hey, I just want to say hi, hope you're doing better, good luck this weekend. And, you just kind of, it just changes everything. You just like, I'm thankful for where I'm at, and for a guy like him. That smile, his excitement, he's happy to be a Razorback just as much as we are. He's here with us. He'll be rocking his DJ jersey, and he'll have our buttons on. He's just happy to be here. He's one of those kids that you just like to see and you like to be around.
How he enjoys life. I've never seen him down. I always see him with a smile on his face, and it's just, like I said, once you meet this kid, you'll understand.
You spend one day with Ethan, and your perspective changes on what is important and what to truly be thankful for. Ethan has made a big impact on this Razorback football team and has touched many lives here in Northwest Arkansas, including my own. For ESPNU Campus Connection, I'm Brittany Kogut. Returning from a stroke earlier this season, wide receiver Joe Adams was back in action against the Eagles.
Welcome back, Mr. Adams.
I feel real good to get back out there and help the team out with a victory.
Play action. Mallet with that big arm has a man wide open. Joe Adams, his second touchdown of the ball game.
Besides Adams' obvious ability on field, his attitude motivates his teammates.
Just a bunch of confidence, and I just want everybody around me to have fun while we're on the field. Everybody don't have those sad faces. Every play is not going to go our way, so we still got to push through.
Coach Brittany said in the press conference on Monday that it is so valuable they have Joe Adams back on the sidelines. They say he brings a smile, an energy, and a true love for the game of football. For UATV, I'm Brittany Kogut. This 75-acre farm nestled in northwest Arkansas is not an ordinary farm. It's home to many special horses and a getaway for some remarkable children. This is Horses for Healing, a program based around children with special needs to help them gain physical, mental, and social skills that they might not have the opportunity to gain.
Sometimes it's just overwhelming to see the kids' response when they get on the horses. Sometimes we have them, they scream and cry because they have to get on and then they can't get them off. It's just very interesting to see them grow and mature on these horses, and the things it does for them physically is tremendous.
Such a heartwarming experience that I'm so glad that we are able to bring them out here for 6 weeks. They get to come out and ride the horses. I want to cry at times because I just think this is so amazing that they get to do this.
This program helps children make remarkable strides. Volunteer Teresa Thompson believes in its cause.
First time they get into the saddle and they start to feel the movement, it is an instant grin. Power of therapeutic riding. There are just case study after case study that show us the learning advantages of being on a horse because of their cadence or their rhythm.
It's horses like Tubby here who change the lives of children every day in northwest Arkansas. Whether you're an employee, a volunteer, a parent, or a child, you feel hope when you step into a facility like this. For UATV, I'm Brittany Kogut. Coming up on UATV, a young woman goes missing from a Metallica concert. Stay tuned, you're watching UATV News. And the search for a missing Virginia Tech student continues with the help of heavy metal band Metallica. 20-year-old Morgan Dana Harrington was last seen outside of an arena in Charlottesville, Virginia, where the band was playing. Harrington had been separated from her friends and called to say she would find her own way home. Her purse and phone were found in the parking lot the next day. Metallica has now pledged $50,000 to aid in the search efforts. This weekend didn't end so well for the Arkansas Razorback football team, but for over 100 U of A students, the game was still worth it. These students accompanied the football team to Oxford, Mississippi to watch the Hogs take on Ole Miss this past weekend. USC Trojans tailback Stephon Johnson endured a weightlifting accident yesterday. The bar slipped from his hand, fell on his throat, and crushed his neck and larynx. Johnson underwent over 7 hours of surgery and is awake and communicating using hand signals and writing. Also, Florida's Tim Tebow took a tough hit on a sack, but an even tougher hit on his teammate's leg during that sack. Tebow left the game and was sent to a Lexington hospital suffering from a concussion. Tebow is questionable for Florida's next game and its biggest game of the season so far, October 10th against LSU.